We're out here today filming the review for the ASICS Gel Resolution 10. Come see how we like these new tennis shoes. My first Gel Resolution that I play tested was the third iteration, and ever since then I've pretty much play tested or worn every model up until this 10, so I had a pretty good idea what to expect. And like I expected, this Gel Res 10 offers great support, great stability, and great durability. For me, I have ankle issues, and so I thought the support and stability were great with this shoe. I was really able to get my ankles cinched nicely in the shoes, as well as I felt like my foot within the shoe was being really well supported. As far as durability, I have seen no wear underneath and I have a lot of life left. Now let's jump into the fit. For me, with this update, I felt that they maybe made the toe box a little bit wider, so it's a little bit roomier and more voluminous. It is still a pretty snug medium, which is perfect for my narrow width feet. And I thought the arch support is low and it did its job for me. I also looked at the lacing system, and since I have that narrow fit, I did use the kind of smaller holes to make it a little bit tighter and wrap around my foot a little bit better. Now for the break-in period, I felt that it was a very long break-in period for me. I had worn this shoe 15 plus hours on court, and I still feel like I am breaking in to this day, but every time I wear it, I feel like it gets a little bit better. The shoe is very comfortable underfoot. When I first stepped in, I could feel that cushioning, but I still needed a little bit of time to get the upper and the rest of it to kind of mold around my foot. Another thing I wanted to highlight is traction. I feel like the Gel Resolutions always do a great job in this area, and there's a really good blend of give and grip, so when I'm moving side to side, I can move confidently and know that my shoe is doing what I want it to do. And for weight, it is on the bulkier side for me. I definitely felt the weight when I was moving around, but I think that comes with being extra durable and extra supportive and stable. Overall, I think players that are looking for a really high durable, high stable shoe, maybe some junior or college level players, or just some advanced level players looking to get the most out of their shoe.
With at least the last few iterations of the Gel Resolution, the standard width has been a little bit narrow for my wider feet. This one had a nice option here. You could expand the laces, so I did opt to do that. I did find that it was still a little bit tight in the forefoot, and I wish I got to try the Gel Res 10 wide, but that was not quite available at the time of testing. So I would recommend, if you do really have D-width feet, to try out that version. Once I got this settled in with the wider lacing, the shoe did take me a bit of break-in, but I was kind of expecting that. These shoes are meant to be very stable, very durable, having no issues with stability, and these shoes, after hours of wear on the court, are showing like no signs that I've worn them at all. I did find that the break-in period was quite extensive, as Brittany said. I've worn them easily a dozen hours and I still feel like I'm working on getting them to flex a little bit more from heel to toe, although like she said, that does get better with each hour of wear. Something new to the shoe is this higher inside medial side. I thought at first when I looked at it, I was wondering if it was gonna rub because I wear those low cut socks. I had no issues and really didn't notice it once I was out on court. Overall, the standard width Gel Resolution is still a little bit narrow for my wider feet, but there is that wider option, and it still remains a very durable and stable shoe.
Previously, the Gel Resolution 9 was one of my top shoes to wear because it was so supportive, stable, and durable, and I'm super thankful that we had a really long time to play test this shoe, because this play test for me kind of broke into two categories, the break-in and then post break-in. When I first put on the shoe, I noticed that it fit my feet really well. I have a medium width foot, fit true in length. However, I did notice there was gonna be a significant break-in and already started to get a little bit of soreness before I stepped on the court. That lasted about 3 weeks for me. I felt really heavy in these shoes. I actually felt like I was being pulled back into my heel when I was wearing them through the break-in. However, I can successfully say that after those 3 weeks of wearing them about every day for a couple hours each time, that I successfully broke through and unlocked the magic of this shoe, and then it instantly felt very familiar and like that Gel Resolution 9. I actually wear ASICS Nova Blast to run in, and I'm very familiar with that Flight Foam midsole, and
was really excited that they've added that into these 10s, and I really enjoyed that underfoot cushioning. And once they were broken in, I didn't feel as heavy. I felt like I could move very successfully. I felt really stable, and as the ladies have already mentioned, this is going to be such a durable shoe. I'm wearing it a lot and not seeing much wear at all, so this is going to be one of those for those tournament players. The traction levels were great, very similar outsole to the previous one, and all in all, I think this is worth the break-in. Just stick with it. It's not going to be super comfortable right off the bat, but I think if you're willing to put in the work, it's going to be a great shoe for you. To learn even more about these shoes and grab a pair for yourself, be sure to go to Tennis Warehouse, Tennis Warehouse Europe, or Tennis Only.